Well, between the heat and humidity, having a facial hair right now may not be ideal for a lot of people here in Florida.
Goatees, mustaches, even some proper scruff, any kind of facial hair can really elevate your look.
Yeah, so take for instance Ron Wallach, who is a beard buff, you could say. Not only has he made a living in the hair and makeup industry, he's got some hair that's earning him some pretty serious hardware.
So we would like to welcome back Ron Wallach, beard artist, author, and owner of MustacheParlor.com. So nice to see you. Last time I saw you, you showed up and we had tornadoes and we had to bump you. And then when you actually came back, I was off. So nice to see you again. And for folks who don't know about MustacheParlor.com, why don't you tell us about that?
MustacheParlor.com is a place, if you can't grow a beard or mustache, then you can buy one. And so I customize beards and mustaches for all kinds of people, for not just for stage shows or theater or just people who have beard envy. And it's
beard envy.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool little experiment.
Yeah, I think beard envy is a real thing right now because beards are the thing.
I mean, and there's all these different products on, you know, ways of making your beards look different and hydrating and conditioning and stuff. So when did this all start?
Well, I was working on a television show in West Virginia, and I was working long hours and I didn't shave, and then I started getting a lot of compliments, and it just, the more it grew, the more compliments I got, and the more confidence I got, and now I'm here. So like.
So you are fresh back. You brought an award with you, and I was asking you if this was a beard or mustache you styled, or your own personal beard and mustache that won the award, and it's right there on your face, the award winner.
Yes.
So tell us about this competition.
That's actually a good question asked, because the winner this year was a beard and mustache that someone had made and put on themselves. So,
oh wow!
I think that's pretty cool, because
that is cool, yeah.
And it was a pretty good disguise. So I compete in beard and styled mustache. So, and that means like the mustache can be styled and the beard
all together.
Yeah, and there's lots of different categories.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit in the middle because my beard's not long enough to really win a gigantic beard award. But there's also a category for other beards which I'm too long for to qualify for that. So I just went for the whole package.
And you're saying that there's also different categories if you're like styling them differently, and you say that's a whole other world as well.
Yeah, they call that creative beard styling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or build a beard styling, which could be like you could make a beard with odd items like, you know, tin foil or flowers or.
Flowers, that sounds fun.
I mean, I think it was last Christmas that the Christmas lights were all in the beard. So, I mean, do you know of maybe any kind of big trends that are going to be happening later on this year?
I think, well, that's a hard question. This year, I think that, well, a lot of people are putting defined lines into their beards and like shaping them for like geometric shapes is what I think is sort of like the more style for you'll see in society, and probably trimming it and grooming a little bit more.
Interesting.
And your resume is impressive. I was looking at your online at all of the credits. So tell folks all the things that you've done hair and makeup on. I mean, this is really, it's quite a list. So don't be humble.
You know, I feel really proud and lucky that I started in Orlando, actually, because in Orlando, when you start working as a hair and makeup artist, you get to diversify yourself in many different things. You don't necessarily get to specialize, and that's what's made my career so interesting. Is I've been able to work in theater and theme parks and film and television and all kinds of like weird stuff. I got to work on a party for the Playboy Mansion once, and so it's hard to. So like really pinpoint one part of my favorite career, but I worked with Disney for a long time. My mom also was a hair and makeup artist at Disney. That was my favorite project, and also I worked on a national tour with Warhorse. It was a puppetry Broadway show with gigantic horses, and I got to make and take care of all of the facial hair for the actors in it who played English and German soldiers.
That must have been an incredible experience. You know, people dream of Broadway and working on Broadway in all sorts of capacities, and there you are living it.
Yeah, and I got to go to Japan with that show. Oh. And so I like working on things that take place in different in history.
It allows you to be more creative too, you know, kind of research what was the look back then and kind of try to remake it, which is so cool. So what is like the main secret if someone wants to start growing out their beards? I'm not asking for personal use, but what's kind of that one secret, one thing that you have to do or have to have?
Oh, your diet. For men, there is a testosterone that's especially linked to facial hair. So there's some misconceptions that you can read about that actually are more formulated to help the hair that grows on your head.
So that's like biotin and stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you have good like blood circulation so to stimulate your follicles. There's different stages that your facial hair grows into throughout your life. And at one period you get a very full beard. So when you're a young man, you might have a partial patchy beard, but you can counteract that with lots of different products and just your diet, and make sure you're not blocking that specific testosterone that is the secret to growing your beard.
Yeah, so you say diet. So what are some foods that I'm sure that our viewing audience at 9 a.m. is just so many men, but what can they be?
Maybe wives are interested. They'll start
the
feeding
wives
their
are taking
husbands
notes.
something.
What are
Yeah.
specific foods?
Oh, just eating healthy, lots of water, staying away from Pacific foods that could block that testosterone.
All right, so
But
testosterone's the name of the game.
Pretty basic, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Any big competitions coming up this year?
Actually, that's like a summertime thing, so I don't have anything on my calendar yet. But next June, I'm hoping to go back to Canada and do better.
Yeah, get
So
that
your-
first place up
Yeah,
there.
your
Yeah.
beard can rest over the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of hydration.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. We've enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, thank you very much too.